So the fats we eat in almost all cases are completely unnatural types, prepared in completely unnatural ways. Next is the carbohydrates, and again, completely unnatural. Most of our carbohydrates, simple carbohydrates, are things like sugar and high fructose corn syrup. I can't even go into the whole host of problems caused by those unnatural sweeteners, but two of the main issues are that they have no enzymes and no fiber, whereas almost all natural sweeteners that I know of have a high degree of fiber and are very high in enzymes, as well as being high in antioxidants. Things like raw honey or dried fruit, raisins or dates, that have been sun-dried, not oven-dried the way we do in modern society. Those are all high in enzymes and high in fiber, and this puts less of a load on your pancreas, and almost certainly would cut down on the epidemic of diabetes that we have, along with our epidemic of obesity. Even the complex carbohydrates that we eat are fairly different from what people have in other countries. Our white flour tends to be overprocessed and very low in nutrients for a number of reasons. So we've gone over carbohydrates and fats. It shouldn't be any surprise that the proteins we eat are often very unnatural as well, but this time the effect is relatively unstudied and much more subtle and unknown. You see, we feed a lot of substances to animals which cause those animals to quickly gain weight before they're slaughtered and increase the profit margin. Things like urea, which is a toxin and causes the animal to bloat up quickly, or hormones or antibiotics, which have an unknown linkage, but they're proven to cause the animal to gain a lot of weight. The thing we never think about, though, is that we then eat the meat from these animals and we ingest these same substances. And no one has ever studied whether or not that causes humans to gain weight as well. But if these substances are causing all of the different animal species to gain weight, and then we're eating the meat that contains those substances, it's certainly a possibility that it's going to have an effect on us as well. I wouldn't wait for the Beef or Dairy Council to fund a study on that issue, though. You see, everything that we hear in the media about diet, and particularly about obesity, is being pushed by someone trying to make money. People saying that you need this particular piece of exercise equipment, or you need to eat that particular type of food. It's all just being pushed by different industry groups, and most of the things being pushed aren't natural. You don't need to listen to all the media noise, and you don't even need to listen to the general consensus, because nowadays the general consensus has been so poisoned by these promotions and these media campaigns that are backed by millions of dollars. All you need to do is listen to the traditional knowledge of millions of people who have developed specific diets over the course of thousands of years. We've just thrown all of that knowledge away, and we're relying on a few biased studies to tell us what's healthy. The problem is no one is eating what's healthy anymore. No one is eating natural food anymore, and everyone is running around confused by all these little studies that are being put out by industry saying this or that thing is healthy or is unhealthy. Just follow traditional diets. In particular, follow the traditional diet of your ethnic group. Because yes, there is genetic variability. Some people do have a greater tendency towards obesity, and the traditional diets of those people are different.